Welcome everybody to an impromptu day of vlogging with me. I decided to pick up the camera even though it is just gone 3:15 in the afternoon. I thought I'd pick up the camera and start vlogging with you because I missed you guys that much. Hope you lot are doing good. I hope you lot are enjoying, you know, all the school kids going back to school. I think it's either today or tomorrow, and today is Tuesday, the 5th of September. Some have gone back already, some go back in the next couple of days, you know, so it's going to be quiet. It's going to be back to the usual mayhem of everybody jumping on the tube and all of that crap. But I hope you lot are enjoying your weeks thus far. I hope you lot are just banging out, grinding and achieving what you need to achieve and doing well. Me, I'm at home. I'm not at work today because I decided to take today and tomorrow off because tomorrow, the Wednesday, the 6th of September, is my 35th birthday. Nice. And today I wanted to reflect on what I have achieved since when I turned 34. And I'm like, okay, what have I done? What have I done to it? What have I achieved this year? And I've been racking my brain. But actually no, as soon as I picked up the camera I thought about that and I'm like, well, I don't even know what I've achieved. I know one thing I achieved was the building of my PC, which I'm still happy about. I love that thing to death. Been doing much gaming. Moved over to mouse and keyboard, which I never thought I would ever go back to because I always thought gamers who use mouse and keyboard were insane. And now I'm using mouse and keyboard and I'm like, I'm a part of the insane clown posse. Don't ask. But yeah, so what can I say today? I thought, you know what, this is one of the reasons why I picked up the camera. This is one of the main reasons I picked up the camera, is because I have said to you lot so many times I'm going to talk about my PC build. I want to talk about my PC build. I want to talk about what I've done to gain what I would call a somewhat decent beginner's PC for gaming. And then I didn't get around to it because I've been like faffing about doing other things, trying to fight this PC so I can do recording on games, and OBS has been a pain in the ass because it doesn't split footage after 4 gigs and it's just caused me nothing but headaches. So I'm going to test out fraps. But other than that, yeah, no, life has been great. You know what, can't complain. The one thing I can definitely say is I cannot complain. Hold on a moment, where I'm sitting, there's barely any light. Yeah, and I'm slightly overexposed. But yeah, like I was saying, I can't complain. My life has taken a major turn in the correct direction, and the path I decided to go down is being the best decision I've made in my whole entire life. So I have to say, my life is so much better and I'm very happy. So the last year from 34 to 35 has been great. One of the best years I've had in my life to date. Yes, let's get on with this because I am talking too much. I'm like excited and happy at the same time, and I want to introduce you to my third but most important child. Alright, so let's talk about this PC. I wanted to make this on a budget because I did not have much money I could spend on this, but I wanted it to be decent enough to handle at least somewhat decent graphics and not burn out so easily. Look at the maddest hairdo ever, my god. So, continuing on. So what I wanted to do was get a very small form factor case because I didn't want something that was going to take up too much space on the desk, because my original desk wasn't so large. And then I was having a little look around and I saw this case from Thermal Take, that was a decent size for micro ATX and would allow me to put in all the internals without me having to fiddle and cuss and curse and kick and stump with and do it all with ease, which I had. This case was easy to install all my hardware into, which I enjoyed doing. So I got the case. Allowed me to, if I decided to, I could install a DVD-ROM in there if I felt like it, but I didn't want to do that, so I took that part out. And then I ordered. It took me time to figure out which processor I wanted to get. Well, actually, it didn't take me long to decide which processor I wanted to get. I'm gonna put you all the way up here. Yeah, so it didn't take me too long to decide what I was going to do, which processor I wanted to get. I was at James and Keisha's house and I was looking through their magazine on building PCs, and I came across the Pentium P4650, I think it is, or the P4. I can't remember which processor it was. It was above the processor that I have now, which I think is the P456, but I will go through, it's all on Amazon. I will talk about it better. I'm not that much of a professional. I wasn't trained in explaining things properly. I'm doing the best that I can. I apologize, so bear with me. Okay, I'm gonna be professional. I'm gonna be the older version of Marcus Brownlee, MKBHD. Just give me 1 second, but he's a little bit better than this because he prepared this. I'm just doing this on a whim. Okay, I'm gonna do it. This is how I'm going to do it. So what I installed into this PC, what I bought for this PC build was, I got Crucial 16GB single racked DDR4 2133 Hz. I've got Corsair Series AF120 LED 120mm Quiet Edition airflow fans. I bought this pack of PVM fan splitters, so I have 5 fans in this PC. I did get, so the Corsair, I got some another Corsair Air Series AF 120mm, another LEDs of quiet airflow, but I got them in red as well, so I got 2 purple, 2 red, and then I got 1 airflow 120mm, which wasn't airflow, which was it's on here as well, so there's no point in me trying to guess. Yeah, so I got static pressure, so I got SP, I got AF and SP Corsairs. On top of that, the Pentium I got was the G4 560. That is the one I've got installed, the most ideal for the gaming PC at a decent price. The Hydro systems that I have sitting on top of the processor is the Corsair CW 9628 Hydro Series H45 liquid CPU cooler, which is, for me, it's been amazing. So the power supply unit I did buy was the Corsair Series 80 Plus power supply unit, but this is the 550 watt, which I'm looking at right now, and it is decent. So I got the Asus Intel LGA Socket 1151 B150M Pro Gaming DDR4. So that is what I bought brand new. From CEX, I found a 120GB M.2 hard drive that will be getting an upgrade because I want to get a Samsung 950 M. whatever, half a terabyte M.2 when I get the money. So I am planning on getting another half a terabyte hard drive and then having it RAID 0 so I can have it striped. So yeah, so that in total is what my PC is. That is nothing special. The pain in the ass thing of getting this thing built was I had to update the BIOS of the motherboard, which was kicking my ass. I literally had to go and buy a second-hand Celeron 6th gen Skylake processor just to stick on the motherboard to allow me to upgrade the motherboard's BIOS so I can actually stick my Pentium back in there. That took the longest. That held me back at least 5 days before I could actually finish putting this whole thing together. The graphics card, oh, you know what, that's the one thing I forgot. Oh my god. I also got the graphics card second hand, and for the life of me, I know it's a GTI 1050 Ti. I think it's the overclocked edition. I cannot remember. I've got the 1050 because it was 75 in CAX, and when I bought it, it looked like it had not been touched. It looked like it got used once and they gave up using it and didn't want to use it. I think they might have had a problem with it and just sold it. But I plugged it in and it's been working beautifully. I have not had a problem with it. I love it. So yeah, I love this thing. This thing is my baby. I love it so much. I'm glad that it came together when it did. I'm glad that it works perfectly every time I turn it on. It hasn't let me down. It always boots up. I've been working on doing different tasks with it. I still have my Mac, which you see in the background, playing, doing my other things. I use my Mac for editing because I love Final Cut Pro, but everything else I do on here. Gaming, recording, I'll do my searches for internet searches on here. So this thing has not let me down yet, but I'm happy that I'm using it. You know what, I enjoyed recording that. I actually had a lot of fun doing that. It wasn't the best thing I've ever done. I've always wanted to talk technical, but I've never been good at talking, as you could tell when I do these vlogs. But I mean, I think these vlogs are a good thing to help me like learn to be a lot better at talking and speaking in public, because I would never be a decent public speaker, heck no. But I want to be somewhat decent when I'm talking like to you guys, so I can explain things a lot better and talk about things that I plan to be doing in the future, which I haven't quite figured out yet. There are things I need to do, but I need to plan how I'm going to do it, so when it does happen and I can execute these plans, it's, you know, it will work. That's all I wanted to do, is work and work well. But guys, I'm gonna get off, because that's all I wanted to talk about, was what I plan to do in the future, which was short and brief, and mainly talk about my baby, which I haven't even introduced you yet. I haven't introduced you properly. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the Blood Rising Mark 1. So with that being said, remember to be cool, keep warm, and game really, really hard. And remember to love one another. And I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.